Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. And Mano's in the building.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
I'm always in the building.
You definitely are. You came in as a ball of energy today.
Yeah.
Seems like you got some sleep.
Yeah.
Why are you rubbing your hands together like the evil scientist?
Yeah.
But you guys, happy Wednesday. Today's the 15th. For some people, it is payday if you get paid in the middle of the month and the end of the month. Or maybe you get paid every 2 weeks. I don't know what it is, but for some people, today's a good day. All right. And speaking of business, we have a Wealth Wednesday today. We love that too. Rosezena Pierce is going to be joining us. She is a trademark attorney, one of the best in the country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So a lot of times you're starting a business and you're not thinking about trademarking. She's going to give you all the ins and outs and why that's so necessary if you ever want to get to that money the way that you need to. The last thing you want is to not handle the business at the foundation.
I need to holler at her about something.
Oh, you'll love her. She's, when I tell you, amazing. And she's worked with a lot of people who you know. So, and the other good thing is she can hook you up with some of the other clients that she's had, but her story is great. So you're going to love that. But let's start it off with some positivity. Let's shine a light. I had a very positive night last night, which I can't wait to talk to you about.
I like that.
I hosted a gala.
Of course.
For the Ms. Foundation.
Nice.
Yes, and we'll discuss that. But there's somebody from that organization who I would like to shine a light on when we come back. It's Way Up, 800-292-5150. Let us know who you would like to shine a light on.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
It's Way Up. I'm Angela Yee. Mano's in the building.
Yeah. Good
and
morning.
it's time to shine a light. All right. You look so happy today.
I'm always happy, you know.
Well, today I want to shine a light on Teresa C. Younger. She is the president and CEO of the Ms. Foundation for Women. That was a gala I hosted last night. She's been in that position for 10 years, so they were really celebrating her yesterday for having 10 years there. But the Ms. Foundation does a lot of great work, as she does, as far as supporting philanthropic groups. It's been around for 50 years. And so some of the organizations that have gotten grants and have gotten support from the Ms. Foundation, they were honored last night as well. But just the things that they do for women, for reproductive justice, for women's rights. Women are very underfunded, not only in the realm of, and I know I talk about this all the time when it comes to VC funding, venture capital funding, but also when it comes to philanthropy, and especially Black women. And so the work that they do at the Ms. Foundation is amazing, and especially right now when a lot of our reproductive rights are being rolled back and taken away from us. So it was a powerful night, but thank you to Teresa C. Younger. When they asked me to host, it was in Brooklyn for the first time this year, and they were like, we got to have you as one of the hosts. So I was excited to do that, but congratulations for an amazing night. And the amount of money that they raise is crazy. We'll talk about it more and about last night, but who do you guys want to shine a light on? 800-292-5150. Sin, what's up? Who you want to shine a light on?
I want to shine a light on my daughter, Cameron, my baby. She's my last daughter. I have 3, and she is graduating from high school next week.
Wow, you did it.
I did it. I'm a single mom. I have raised 2 girls all by myself.
Yes.
And they're not pregnant. They are not in jail.
You did
And I'm
it.
just so proud of her because she's the first out of my daughters. She wants to go to college.
Nice.
We've applied for several HBCUs.
I love it.
I'm just so thankful and so happy that she is so smart. She is such a beautiful girl, and I love her so much.
Oh, she is definitely a reflection of the hard work that you put in too. So that's really dope. But shout out to Cameron, making her mama proud today. She's graduated from high school. Congratulations to you. Good luck to Cameron in college. But you did it. Enjoy your life. This is a celebration for you too. You did it. And you did it great. You did a fantastic job.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, that was Shine a Light. 800-292-5150 is the number. And when we come back, let's shine a light on all of the women artists who are doing their thing. We're going to talk about Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, Glorilla. Everybody, it's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip,
Talk to me.
Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
Talk to 'em.
All right. It's Way Up. Time for some Yee tea with my guy, Mano.
Yeah.
Right now, it's all about the ladies, okay? And this is exciting news. So Nicki Minaj actually posted this too, but she did wrap up her Pink Friday 2 tour with record-breaking success. And she's also saying that she might be considering some more U.S. dates. And she did say she's headed to Europe in a few days. That's a big deal, but here's what we had to say on Way Up. Nicki Minaj sold out the entire U.S. leg of her Pink Friday 2 Gag City World Tour.
Wow.
That is right. 36 shows consecutively sold out. She is the only female rapper in history to do it. And it's the highest grossing tour by a female rapper in history. And she has more shows coming up overseas.
Oh,
Okay.
She did that.
Yeah, and listen, the women are doing it big right now because Megan Thee Stallion, by the way, she kicked off her tour. She was in Minneapolis at the Target Center, and it was a sold-out show as well.
How many dates she got?
I don't know how many dates it is altogether, but it seems like she's selling out in all of the venues that she's in. So I like that the women are
Dope.
doing their big things right now. All right, and Serena Williams is going to be hosting the 2024 ESPY Awards. I like this. Don't you love this? You love this for us? I just came back from the Ms. Foundation Gala, and now I'm hearing all this great news about all the women. She's one of the greatest tennis players of all time, ranked in the world #1 in singles by the Women's Tennis Association for 319 weeks, and now she is hosting the 2024 ESPY Awards. That is going to be July 10th at the Dolby Theater in L.A.
Okay. I just watched that movie.
Oh, you did, King Richard? It was
Just
so
watched
good.
it.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry.
It
wasn't
nice.
a tearjerker.
It was so sweet. I kind of, when you see the success and the
No,
difficulties.
it was really dope.
It was.
I
enjoyed it.
He had a purpose and a mission, and I like that.
All right, and speaking of the girls, Mary J. Blige, her boot collab with Giuseppe sold out. These boots, I think they're fire. They're $1,300.
Not bad.
They sold out like immediately in one day. So shout out to her for that. Everybody kept saying she could do a boot line because she loved them boots and the Mary J. Blige dance. So there you have it. And people were acting like $1,300. I mean, it is a lot of money, but people who buy Giuseppe's, that's not a lot.
That's a decent price point. $1,300. I thought that it was going to be more than that.
Yeah, I did too. So next one, I'm sure will be. Now she got to do a limited edition one and just put some diamonds on it or something. Some Swarovski
$5-6
crystals. All right, and TLC has had to postpone their tour dates after T-Boz became sick. They said doctors have advised her not to perform. So anybody who was planning to go to that, she lost her voice. She had the flu, so she can't perform this week. And hopefully this is going to happen soon. They said, we love you and we'll see you soon. Consider this a personal reminder to prioritize your health always. Definitely a good reminder to do that. And Cardi B said she is not going to have a new album in 2024.
Why?
Well, she said, I tell myself this all the time. I hate that I fall back and start interacting again and it bites me in the... Anyway, no album this year. I don't care. I'm relaxing this year. Dropping these features I already committed to and traveling and enjoying my summer. And somebody told her it's time to pull back from social media platforms. Her engagement with fans is unappreciated. Cardi doesn't have to interact with them. She chooses to, but her transparency backfires. So she's just saying that she just needs to fall back. And that's a real thing.
But I thought the album was done.
I mean, I know she's been working on it. And I know she had said she has like 100 songs. Sometimes when you're a perfectionist too, it's hard to figure out.
Yeah, but you got to take the moment. It's never the right moment.
Yeah, but
Can't wait on it.
she knows more than anybody. I mean, she has,
almost
young
a decade.
kids at home.
How many years has it been? 5, 6?
Listen, people are looking forward to it.
Yeah,
so hopefully it's going to come soon, but it's going to be her time when she decides that. All right, well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have About Last Night. This is what we did last night. I had a great night. I can tell you did too by that smile you came in
Always
here.
having a great night.
And your lips look moisturized. All right.
Stop playing
About
with
Last
me.
Night is next.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
All right, it's Way Up. I'm Angela Yee. My guy Mano's here. New Mano!
It keeps getting replaced.
Oh, well,
This is crazy. I thought I was special.
What did you do last night?
I went to see. I had to go down to the federal building and to a trial and see some of the homies. Man, free the guys, Ricky D. I had to go check on them.
Wow, you've been doing a lot. I think
have to gotta balance it out. Can't forget where you come from.
Yeah, we saw you at Rikers Island.
Absolutely.
See, you about that. You about it in real life. We like to see that. Well, I hosted the Women of Vision Awards for the Ms. Foundation yesterday. This was in Williamsburg in Brooklyn at the Wayland. And so they're honoring women, girls, and gender expansive people who galvanize communities and drive change. So the theme this year was seeding solidarity and sisterhood. So it's a time of cultural division. It's a call for unity and also a time to think about our interconnectedness. Now, what I love about the Ms. Foundation Gala, I went last year for the first time. That was the event where Meghan Markle, remember they were saying there was like a high-speed paparazzi chase?
I remember that, yeah.
So that's the gala that she was at, that she was honored at last year. So this year they moved it to Brooklyn for the first time in Williamsburg. But it does feel like you walk into the room, there's like a cocktail mixer, and people just, you don't even know them. They just start talking to you. I met a woman,
it's a good
Nikita.
networking
It's a great networking event, but it also feels like you're there for the same common purpose of being united and seeing how can we help each other.
Right. You're a good hostess.
Yeah, so it was great. And then I stayed for the after party, and celebrated. So shout out to everybody who was at the Ms. Foundation. Shout out to all of the people who were honored yesterday and doing some great work. We're definitely going to have some of them on the show. But yeah, shout out to all of y'all. Culture House, Jamara Amani, Rhiannon Carnes, Latifah Simon, Sophia Madrigal, everybody that we got to see yesterday. And when we come back, let's switch the vibe.
You know what it is when we come back.
Tell us a secret. 800-292-5150. You don't have to say your name. You can remain anonymous. We just want to hear your secret where we will not judge you. 800-292-5150.
We're not going to judge.
A secret. We want to hear it. We nosy.
This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
All right. It is Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here.
I sure am.
You sure is. And you sure got some secrets. But we want to hear yours. 800-292-5150.
Yeah.
You know the rules. It's anonymous.
Is it?
No. What's the other rule?
I don't know.
No.
I don't follow rules.
Judgment.
So
okay?
they say.
No judgment. 800-292-5150. Anonymous caller. What's your secret?
I'm still in love with my baby daddy, and he's not. It's terrible.
What do you? So why is he not ish?
So he does nothing for our kid. He doesn't even mess with our kid at all. And for some reason, I still have these feelings for him, and I hate myself for it.
We know why, though. That sex is amazing.
Oh, my God.
That's what it is.
So that is what it is.
It is what it is.
But I still have amazing sex, and I don't know why I'm still holding on to him.
But somebody not taking care of their kid would make you be like,
yeah, right. She
that's
knows
a
it's
turn
wrong,
off.
but that's the thing. That's the
I know it's
fantasy.
bad.
She knows it's wrong, but it's hateful, but it's lustful at the same time. She knows she's doing.
What are you gonna do?
It's terrible. I don't know. I have to let it go, though.
Do he really not do nothing for his kid, but he'll come and knock you off?
No, nothing. He had a little family situation, and I guess I interjected the family, messed that up. So yeah.
Oh.
So he had a family first.
My kid is like the redhead. Yeah. Well, see, hold on. Let's be fair. I had him first,
Okay.
and then I let him go, and then he went and created his family, and then he came back, and then we created my baby, and then he went back.
Right.
So it's been a lot for the last 7 years.
So really, she
It's
hates
a lot.
you.
Right, and they all hate each other. Y'all should always be one happy family. You know, all that hate flowing like that.
He is living it up. He gets to bounce back and forth.
Yeah. He gets the.
What does he do that's so? What does he do that's so? What does he do that's so great?
The positions that she like. What's my Ange? Come
I just
on,
want to
man.
know: is it the oral? Is it the?
It's big. It's very big, and I really enjoy it.
Okay. Well, there's other big ones out there. Okay.
Oh my God! I'm so glad this is anonymous. Thank you guys so much.
We know when she walking like she just got off a horse. What that mean?
Look.
She ain't gonna stop neither, though.
No, she not. All
I
right.
have to because it's bad, but
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all hearing me out.
All right, we appreciate you. I know it's embarrassing for you. You don't want to tell none of your friends because they all like, he ain't nothing, he ain't no good.
They
Your
know it. I can't do it. I'm taking it to the grave.
Okay.
Nobody will ever know.
All right. Well, good luck, and I hope you find another big one to replace that.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for calling. Hey, anonymous caller, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You want to tell me and may know a secret?
Yeah. So, my biggest secret right now at the moment is that I kind of regret getting married.
Ooh, okay, why?
Mainly because it's like having a child, you know? Especially when that child doesn't appreciate it and just, you know, you can never do anything right. You know, they just paint out that picture of marriage to be like, you know, great, and it's just really not it.
Maybe your expectations were really, really high. Why did you get married?
Because he was my best friend and everything was great before we got married.
Damn, I'm sorry to hear that.
I know, that sucks.
What
How
is-
long have you been married?
Since 2020.
That's not long. It's
Oh,
4
and
years.
during the pandemic, too. That probably was a tough time. All right. Well, I wish you luck, and thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you, guys. Have a good morning.
You too. All right. Well, that was Tell Us a Secret, 800-292-5150 in case you couldn't get through. And since we're talking about relationships, let's talk about Chance the Rapper and his new song, Together. It's way up. Yeetie is next.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea. Come and get the tea.
It's way up. I'm Angela Yee. Mayno's here.
Yes.
And let's get into this Yeetie. Now, Chance the Rapper has a new song out called Together, produced by DJ Premier. And this is all going to be on his upcoming project, Starline. And so on this song, he's basically talking about the home base and his hometown of Chicago. He's talking about housing justice. Here's what it sounds like.
If you keep the house in the family, you can keep the family in the house. If you're on the run, you got family in the South. We used to watch Annie, Are You Okay on the couch. My cousin used to slam me till I punched him in the mouth. My auntie used to cook for 20 people every week. My uncle in the basement, even if they never speak.
That was a joke, though. That was play the
What
real
is it?
song. No, play the real song.
You don't like it? He's talking about
He
his
don't like it.
dysfunctional family. And he's going through a lot. He also had a song called Buried Alive that came out talking about his divorce and problems with his
That's the
ex-manager.
real song?
Mm-hmm.
You serious?
You like the Premier beat too?
It was just a beat. But what was he oh God.
He's talking about community, about family, about beautiful dysfunction.
I hear you. It ain't what you saying, it's how you saying it though.
Okay, all right.
At all times. So that was you like that?
It ain't my
what?
favorite Chance the Rapper,
Right.
but I like the idea of what he's trying to talk about.
Oh, you like the idea of what he's saying,
I
right?
do.
But how it's about how he said it, though.
It's family, it's community,
Right.
but
That
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that was.
Okay. Well, speaking of family, let's talk about your guy, Clay Grace Andy from Love is Blind.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, supposedly he's dating Selena Powell now.
She's unstoppable.
And, you know, she posted a video. He's kissing her all over the face and stuff like that.
I like
They're in the
that
bed
for him.
together. Well, now his mom has put up a post and she said, Happy New Day. First, my number one rule for folks following me on social media, don't send me in any inappropriate videos. I'm not going to call you out. However, you know who you are. Second, I didn't know who CP, Selena Powell, was until everyone started sending me her YouTube information. It's very interesting that some men will lose everything thinking that the apple is good, but it's a forbidden choice. Do better. The deceiver uses old tricks to attack and destroy. Clayton Alexander, you know Jesus will allow things to occur. He's still trying to get your attention. Please surrender to him. In closing, I pray that everyone reading this gives the same attention to other things that matter, like helping support your local food banks.
I didn't understand nothing she said. Does she support his movement?
She put a vomiting emoji, so I don't think so.
Okay.
And she talked about men losing everything, so I don't think so. So it doesn't feel like that was a supportive, hey, good pick.
Okay.
All right, 3 men were shot on the set of Little Baby's video shoot in Atlanta. He was doing this video in Northwest Atlanta, and it was captured on video. Little Baby was captured on video by a local taco store. Multiple witnesses say he was in the area, but the police are saying that 3 men were shot. All of them, fortunately, are expected to survive. They did find a 27-year-old man who had been shot in the back, a 24-year-old man with a gunshot wound to the arm, and a 23-year-old man with a gunshot wound to the neck. But they did say that he was safe and they were not involved, he and his production team. So I know there was a story shooting at Little Baby's video shoot, but he was not involved. He is safe. Okay? And that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They are flying under the radar, but we do think you need to know about it. Getting a manicure could now take you 10 minutes and cost you $8. We'll tell you how. It's way up.
The news, I got news. This is the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's way up. I'm Angela Yee. Mayno's here. It's time for Under the Radar. And I've been looking at these nails like clockwork. It's a robot that actually does your nails. Target was offering the world's first robot manicure a couple of years ago, where basically it's $8 and they paint your nails in under 10 minutes.
See, that's the thing. Robots gonna be doing everything in a few seconds.
But I don't know if they can do SNS. I use the powder dip. So I don't know that a robot can do that.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
It's like instead of a gel, because they always tell you not to use the UV light on your hands because it could be dangerous. So you dip your nails in this powder and then they put like a gel over it, and then that's what I do. So it's like a powder dip and you don't need any UV light. But anyway, yes, and so you can lease these robots, and that way you can get your nails done just like that. All right, and more than half of black women aged 15 to 49 live with little to no access to abortion. A new report found that 57% of all black women of reproductive age live in states with abortion bans or impending restrictions. They said a lot of black women are affected by abortion restrictions across the country. And according to Jocelyn Fry, she said in an interview that black women in those states are overwhelmingly concerned about their physical and economic security. They said that 2.7 million of the black women of reproductive age living in such states are already economically insecure, and 1.4 million of them work in service jobs, which are less likely to provide resources like paid sick days, flexible scheduling, and more. So in addition to abortion bans, they're concerned about things like economic opportunity, the cost of living, racial justice. All of those are directly tied to that. So if you have money, it's very easy for you to say, okay, I'm going to travel someplace else to get this procedure done. Right. But when you don't, it means you have to take off from work. You have to pay to travel. Somebody has to come with you. It's a lot more.
And you might not be able to get all that done.
And so for those reasons, it definitely adversely affects a certain community of people.
That is crazy.
Now, a lot of southern states make up a majority of the states with abortion restrictions, and most of the nation's black population is concentrated in the South, so you can see how that goes. All right, well, that is your Under the Radar. And when we come back, we got the Way It Mix at the top of the hour. Plus, we have trademark attorney Rosezena Pierce. She was actually in town for Mary J. Blige's Strength of a Woman festival.
Did she get the boots?
I don't know if she got the boots. I don't know any. I want to see who got them. If you did get them, please tag those Mary J. Blige Giuseppe boots. I want to see them and repost them on my Instagram because they do look fire. If anybody had a chance to get their hands on them, they sold out in one day, $1,300. But Rosezena Pierce is going to help you learn all about trademarks and why it's important to make sure when you have a brand, you get everything trademarked, all the different types of trademarks there are with the foundation of what you need to do, because you would hate to have this brand and then have somebody do a cease and desist on you. All right, we'll talk about it. It's Wealth Wednesday. It's the Way Up Mix at the top of the hour. Let's go.
At the top like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
Hey, it's Way Up Yee T time with my guy Mano. New Mano. All right, we were just talking about roast. You wanted us to roast you, but no one in the room wanted to do it.
No, I asked y'all to roast me.
We don't want to. I don't have nothing bad to say.
I dare y'all.
Wow, it felt like a threat.
Yeah,
well, let's get into this Tom Brady roast because he regrets the Netflix roast that he did. Here is what he had to say.
I loved when the jokes were about me. I didn't like the way that it affected my kids. I wouldn't do that again because of the way that it affected actually the people that I care about the most in the world.
Damn, who said something about his kids, though?
Well, there are a lot of jokes about his kids. Here is one Kevin Hart joke.
Giselle gave you an ultimatum. Giselle said, you retire or we're done. Let me tell you something. When you got a chance to go 8 and 9 and all it will cost you is your wife and your kids, you got to do what the you got to do.
Who writes these jokes?
The comedians. They also have writers behind the scenes.
They don't have no limit?
Comedians.
Like it's no limit?
I mean, maybe a self-imposed limit that you have to figure out what's the...
So you can say literally anything.
You can say anything. And it can be very mean and hurtful.
Wow.
Yeah. Like you would hate for somebody to be talking about like your family, your kids,
right,
how your son won't get you tattooed on him, but he has everybody else, including his mom.
Roast right here. This is the Mano roast right here. This is crazy. You couldn't...
He got 5 tattoos of his mom.
Talking about my
Nothing
kids.
to you. He do got a hustle hard tattoo.
He
though,
does. That's just like having my name. It's
kind
the same
of.
Thing, shout out to
yeah.
Zane.
There's a lot of hustle hards though.
Stop
we got
it.
Herb,
man.
we got Mouse. Could be anyone. All right, well, let's also talk about something amazing that I had the opportunity to do, and that was to get Lynn Whitfield on lip service. You know she is on the Shy right now. And, of course, you know her from A Thin Line
Of
Between
course.
Love and Hate.
We know her from
Everything.
Yeah,
Greenleaf. I mean, amazing. Well, here's what she had to say, because she doesn't often talk about, like, what her life was like. She's been married twice. And so she talked to us about her first marriage. She was really young.
The first time I got married, it was to someone 22 years older than I was. He was my acting teacher. I was in Howard University. My mother found out that I was spending more time at his house than I spent in my dormitory. And she called his house one morning, like at 6 a.m. in the morning, and I answered. I was like, and she was so upset. I think she hired a detective to know where I was, or something like that.
Oh, man.
This is back when it was only phones in the house.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Okay.
Only that phone. A phone ring, you pick it up. Sometimes it's mounted on the wall, so you can't go too far unless you got a super long cord. All right. Now, in addition to that, we were talking about who could she be dating now? Because I know there's a lot of guys, and I saw in the comments that was like, I would never, ever break up with Lynn Whitfield. And here's what she had to say about perhaps dating a younger man, because that seems to be all the rage. Would you ever get married again?
I don't feel a need to, but you never know.
I kind of feel like I could see you with like a handsome 35-year-old.
Period. Giving younger
That would
men.
be fun because you know I'm not really interested in pushing a wheelchair. Put it out there in the universe.
I see somebody taking you on trips, flying private.
Are you all listening? Hello.
And she'd be on Instagram, so slide in them DMs. But it's an amazing interview that we had a chance to sit down with her. She gave us a lot of wisdom, and it was very thoughtful. And I love the fact that she wanted to do lip service.
Nice.
Yeah, so really dope. Make sure y'all check her out on The Shy. And when we come back, we have Ask Ye. 800-292-5150 is a number. Any questions you have, of course, we're here to help you out. Now, here's a classic that we'll never get sick of listening to. It's Lloyd and Lil Wayne with You. It's Way Up.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
All you should know.
This is Ask Ye.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano's in the building, and it's time for Ask Yee. Okay, we have Chelsea on the line. What's up, Chelsea?
Hi, Angela. I love you in the show.
Thank you. Love you too. What's your question for us, for me and Mano?
Okay, well, the problem is that I'm going to Europe for the first time with my boyfriend. He's taking me to Greece.
I know that's right.
I'm so excited, and I think he's going to propose, but he hasn't asked me about rings. My family really hasn't mentioned anything to me. I kind of am getting my hopes up, and I feel like this would be the perfect opportunity, but if he does it, I don't know if we should keep going.
Wow, that's crazy. Why you think he's going to propose?
We've already been together for 2 years, and we've talked about the future and everything, so I feel like he's met my family, I've met his family, we all love each other and get along. I feel like it's time.
But I do want to say, clearly, if he plans to propose, it's a secret. It's a surprise, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you should let that surprise happen the way that it's supposed to and not have any expectations. Because I think if you go on this trip with expectations, there's a chance that it may not happen. I would rather you go and enjoy this beautiful trip that y'all have planned together. And if it should happen, it's the icing on top of the cake.
Right, because she's saying that she's going to cut him off if he don't propose. Well, the thing is, you should maybe take matters in your own hands and propose to him.
Oh, man. Don't listen to that, Chelsea.
I want to do that. Thank you.
No? One knee?
And you guys have discussed it. You know, eventually it's going to happen. Whether or not it happens on this trip, you know, we have no idea. But I do think you should.
But everyone keeps telling me, oh, he must be proposing. Oh, you guys are going on this bitch trip. Of course he's going to propose. So I feel like at first I was thinking, no. But now that everyone else is saying it.
Listen, the last thing you want to do in any relationship is worried about what everybody else is saying and thinking.
Right, because then you're gonna set yourself up.
Yeah,
you're gonna get out there, and then you're gonna be looking for it, and then you're gonna be disappointed, and then you're gonna be angry, and then you're gonna get back, and then you're gonna cut him off,
and then Mano's gonna slide in your DMs in a moment of weakness,
and you're gonna be with it.
Let me see your DMs then on
Instagram. And then I'm gonna mess up your whole. I'm gonna mess up your engagement, your marriage, and everything.
Right. No, listen, trust me, Chelsea. Go enjoy the trip. That's it.
Okay, thank you both. Thank you so much.
All right, no problem. Have fun. Bring us back some
bye.
Chanel. All right.
Oh, that part.
All right, well, that was Ask Ye, 800-292-5150 in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, it is a Wealth Wednesday, and we have trademark attorney, Rosezena Pierce joining us. It's Way Up.
Had a dream of living wealthy,
and I don't mind sharing my wealth, dog.
getting you straight financially, mentally, and physically. This is Wealth Wednesday on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee on a Wealth Wednesday. And I have a special guest. We have trademark and business attorney, Rosezena J. Pierce, Esquire.
Thank you so much for having me.
When we talk about trademarking, this is something that is really important as far as protecting your brand. But some people don't understand like how to go about it, why it's necessary, what the steps are to take it. So talk about why it's so important to trademark when you have your own brand.
You know, Angela, I always ask people, will you build a house on land you don't own? Everyone always says no. But then I say, well, in turn, why do we build these businesses and these brands if we don't own them? And it's really the same equivalent, because so often we see people who are building a nice business also have it torn down by a cease and desist letter because they did not do the proper steps. And not only just protecting it so no one else can tear it down, but also protecting it from copycatters and counterfeiters and
people who can benefit because they can cause confusion.
Exactly.
It could be the logo too, right? You trademark a logo and somebody might have a logo similar to yours or a name that's similar to yours, or sometimes the exact same name. We see this just happen with Pharrell versus Pink. He has a company, I guess it was called P.Inc. and then she felt there would be some confusion. So I don't know how that's going to go, because sometimes I can't tell what's going to work and what's not going to work.
Yeah, so the good thing about trademark law is it's not about what's the same, but what can be deemed confusionally similar.
It's a Wealth Wednesday, and I have trademark attorney Rosezena Pierce here with me. You know, just give us an example where somebody had a brand and it really caused their brand to go away because of a cease and desist or having to start all over again.
There's a lot. You know, even Caesar from Black Ink, right? He has his issues where he tries to file his trademark himself. He started his tattooing business. And sometimes a lot of people don't understand that there's 45 different classes under trademark law,
my
right?
gosh, that's a lot.
Yeah, so Caesar, when he filed his application, he filed it for tattooing services. And so when he had his dogfighting issue and was fired from the show, he couldn't understand that because he thought he owned the name Black Ink. Well, when he did his deal, Viacom actually filed the trademark to register it for entertainment services. So that's when it becomes very important that everybody does research before they file brands and adopt brands.
That's why you need a lawyer.
Yeah.
Because this is a lot.
It is.
And imagine a lot of times when you start a business, sometimes you may not know how well it's going to do.
You don't.
And if you haven't taken those proper precautions, like you said, you're not going to build a house on land you don't own.
Exactly.
So you have to make sure that as part of starting your business, you are protecting your brand.
And also just doing the research first, right? And before you adopt your brand name, you definitely want to make sure that you have done a clearance search for the word so that you don't get into issues where someone is now suing you because they're saying your brand is confusingly similar. And sometimes the people will go to the USPTO.gov and they'll just search the name and nothing comes back and they'll be like, oh,
okay,
I'm
we're
good.
all good.
Right? But then if it calls so somebody, you could go search Starbucks and say, I'm going to open up a coffee company.
Because Starbucks.
Right? And Starbucks is definitely going to come and say, no, this can cause confusion. Shut the brand down, right? So it's very important that you understand the nuances because, anyone can file the trademark application, but it's about, is it going to have protection? And then once you get registration, is it going to be able to be strong enough to enforce your rights in case you have an infringer?
And you've worked with some amazing people too, like Angela Simmons, Twista, Sierra Gates. That's good that people are knowing that I need a professional. Rosezena Pierce is here. She's a trademark attorney. We are talking about protecting your brand and everything you need to know as a business owner. We have more with her when we come back. It's Way Up.
Had a dream of living wealthy,
and I don't mind sharing my wealth, dog.
getting you straight financially, mentally, and physically. This is Wealth Wednesday on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and today for Wealth Wednesday, we are joined by trademark attorney Rosezena Pierce. What made you to say, I want to be a trademark and business attorney?
So I am from the west side of Chicago, and I knew I wanted to be an attorney since I was 5 years old.
Okay.
Been exposed to the criminal justice system. You know, my father went to prison. My brothers were in prison all at one time. And so I just wanted to do something more impactful, more different. I finished law school not having any job offers. I thought I was going to work at a big corporation or a big law firm. Had no job offers. And it was a professor who told me, he said, you know, I said, I don't have any jobs. You know, I got 3 kids at home, you know, passed the bar the first time. What am I going to do?
Okay.
Yeah.
Give it up for that. Passed the bar the first time. That is not easy. We were just talking about that.
Nah, especially
with
3 kids and
at home.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And she was an infant at the time. So I was having a lot of mommy guilt.
That's amazing.
But so then I fell into a depression because I was even on my law review at school. And, you know, it was only 2 black people on there, me and the other guy. And everybody else that didn't look like us all had job offers.
Wow.
You know, it's like
That's
when you're finishing law school, it's like, you know, being drafted to the pros or whatever. And talking to this professor after passing the bar, he is the one who planted the seed. And he said, you know, what do you want to do? I said, I want to do intellectual property. And he said, well, you'll go a long way serving the underserved. And I said, well, I don't want to do criminal law because I just thought about home real quick. And I was like, I don't want to do that. And he was like, no. Who is underserved in your practice area? And I said, small business owners. And he said, you'll go a long way serving them. And I'll tell you, fast forward 11 years later, I was looking at those big corporate jobs because I'm like, oh my God, this is how much I can make. Never made that much money. But, you know, building my own business, have done that. And sometimes in a month, you know, times. But also, too, now my firm is ranked above all of those law firms that I applied for to work at.
I saw that out of the top 50 firms, and these are already the top 50 firms
in the U.S.
In the U.S.
Out of over 28,000 of
yes,
them. Yes.
Trademark law firms. You're in the top 15 of those top 50.
I'm ranked top 15 out of trademark lawyers in the country, which is over 33,000 trademark lawyers in the country. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, listen, I want to thank you so much, Rosezena J. Pierce, for coming and joining us.
Yes,
you know, make sure y'all check her out. Where can people find you?
So they can find me on Instagram. Is the best platform for me, which is the Biz Lawyer, but I understand everybody is not on Instagram. So you can also find me at our website at securethebrand.com. And if anybody have any questions about trademarks, they can book a 15-minute consultation for $30 with our firm, and we'll explain the trademark process to them.
That's right. $30 to make sure that your business doesn't get no cease and desist, and that you start things on a nice, stable foundation.
Right. Now, we'll just say this really quick because people will call and be like, Angela said it was $30. The trademark process is $1,500.
Right. Just
but
for
to the call.
Yes.
But we'll get people to say, oh, it was only $30.
And that's a good way to get started, to understand what you need to do, and then understand the cost that's involved with it too, and the different levels of that. So I think that's important.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much again. SecureTheBrand.com. Make sure you check it out. And I appreciate you. And, you know, congratulations to everything you have going on. You have such an amazing story.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy this came
Me
to
too.
pass.
All right.
you.
It is Way Up. Happy Wealth Wednesday. You can watch the full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. And when we come back, you guys have the last word.
Pick up the phone.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. My guy Mano's here.
No,
Mano! We had a good time today. I did like a light roast of you.
Yeah, I mean, you hurt my feelings, though.
I did
now,
not hurt your
I got to
feelings.
make a statement, you know.
You got to make a
You
statement.
got to go back at you. That's what happens. There's no ceilings to the disrespect I see. You know?
Oh, man. I don't know about a roast, but like Tom Brady was saying, some of his family members,
Right.
he apologized to his ex-wife, too.
So was
for it.
he steaming while he was standing up there?
No, I think he was laughing about it, but I think, you know, he had to think about his kids and the aftermath of it, and you can't, like, I think in a roast, the worst thing you could do is look like you're upset. You have to at least act like you're rolling with it. Yeah, you got me. You know how many
got that.
friendships in real life probably ended
You
over
like
that?
this on the inside, like.
And listen, and Kim Kardashian was there. They had to take the booze. They had to edit out the booze so you can't even see that anymore. But anyway, thank you again on this Wealth Wednesday to Rosezena Pierce for joining us. She's a trademark attorney, and she gave such great, valuable information that I myself am like, I need to use her because I don't know if I've protected all of my brands the way that I should. And of course, because this is your guys' show and we try to provide information, you guys have the last word.
Oh, my secret is when I was in Korea, I was hooking up with this girl I was talking to. And one night afterwards, we hooked up. She went to sleep. And her friend, which was a bartender, was in the next room. And one thing led to another. We were drinking, and then I hooked up with her too that same night. All I could say is soju and foreign alcohol, they're different than regular American alcohol.
I'd like to shine a light on my son. He's in the Army. Today's his birthday. He's 21 today. I'm a U.S. Marine, no longer serving. And I just want to tell my son that his mom and I are proud of him. He did everything that he needs to do, and his future starts now. I love you, son. Go get him.
Angela Yee is way up.
On the way up.